Afternoon, traders. Steve here at Logic FX Trading, and welcome to another one of my analysis videos. We've just had a GDP report on the CAD, and the figures come out at it just happened at 1:30 GMT 2 or 3 minutes ago, guys. And there's a whole host of information came out, but it's basically -1. They were expecting 0 and they've got a -1. Now that's not huge, but it is negative, guys. And therefore, anyone who was looking for clues as to what the Reserve Bank of Canada are going to do, I think that's what they're called. Might be the Royal Bank of Canada. I think it's Reserve Bank. What they were going to do with interest rates, well, clearly, if you're getting negative numbers coming through on your GDP, the chances of them increasing interest rates are going to be low. And it may even point towards, if they're not getting inflationary figures coming in, you might even get a decrease in interest rates. So what is that? How does that affect price? Well, as we've seen, the CAD has started to pull down. It hasn't. This is the index, by the way, guys. It's just starting to move now. I suspect this is what we had drawn today and yesterday on our trading room recording, where we're saying this is what we're looking for. But it looks like we've got a bit of an ending diagonal going on there, guys. We've got divergence here, so we're looking for the CAD to drop. Today's GDP figures could be the catalyst that makes it go. It's also nailed up against this larger trend line, and this is a pretty good trend line here. Price will come back up to it. Looks like it wants to drop, guys. So how do we take advantage of it? Well, if we go and look at what the CAD's doing, there we're having the breakout of that. We've been looking for that. That's why we've just had the alarm line go off there, guys. We're looking for a breakout. What you're going to look for next, sorry, just reset that there accidentally. What you're looking for next is, don't be jumping into this, guys, because it may push up a bit, but then it will correct, as you know. Don't be jumping into moving candle. You've got to wait for that, and then if it then breaks out of that little correction, in other words, a correction of this move up, then you can look to start to trade it up. Let's go and see if there's anything else that we might want to look at as far as the CAD's concerned. Pound CAD, obviously, we'll go to that in a moment. Euro CAD, we've already had that alarm go off. It's pushed up. As I say, it's too late now, guys, and to be honest, it wasn't really a setup for it there. So it's pushed up. Watch to see where it goes, and then you're looking for a setup. Remember, you don't trade them all, guys. You look for the best one, or the one that actually gives you a setup. Pound CAD just went off. This is one that I'm quite interested in, because the pound seems to be recovering from the negativity over Brexit. They're now looking at it and saying, hey guys, we could well be going to get a deal. This morning I was saying to my traders, guys, listen, watch to see where this goes, and if it comes back towards trend, we'll look to see if the alarm goes off, and we'll look for a setup to go. It's happened sooner than we expected, given that we're expecting the pound to keep moving up as the pressure of a no deal Brexit reduces. I would say that that's a good one to get into. Yet again, too late to get into it now, guys. If you're already in it from down here, fantastic, off it's gone. What you've got to do now is wait to see where it goes, have the patience, wait for the correction, and then look to get in it. Obviously that doesn't apply anymore. Well, it still applies, but it applies more to up in here rather than down there, guys. And let's have a quick look at what else is on the horizon. Aussie CAD, well, it's really taken off back against the Aussie. I wouldn't trade this because the Aussie itself isn't looking particularly strong at the minute, guys, but yet again, it's about looking at them all. That could possibly be, you know, there's a little ABC there, guys. I often say to people, when you get these little flats, I said this morning, watch out, because you could get a C back up before price continues to drop. I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but there is a probability of that happening. So I wouldn't be looking to trade this one. Let's have the New Zealand. It'll probably be the same, guys. There's what we were looking for this morning. We were basically saying, hey, listen, if this is going to continue down, we're going to have to wait for a setup. As you can see, the setup's just not happening, guys. Listen, there is a possibility when this finishes that you get something that looks like that you can get out of. As I say, go through them all. If you got something like that, that's exactly what we're talking about, guys. You get a push up, you just draw back, get your alarm line on there. If it breaks out, have a go at it. I wouldn't be jumping into it now, though. Don't ever jump into moving candle, because you know what they do. They push up and up and up, and then they start to retrace themselves, guys. You get in there and you end up in the negative. Where are you going to put your stop? Your stop's going to have to be down there. No point in trying to jump into that yet. Wait for the correction and then try and get into it. And then probably CAD Swiss. I reckon CAD Swiss would probably be good as well. CAD Yen. We'll look at the last two. CAD Yen. Well, obviously, because the CAD's at the front of that equation, you're getting a pull back down. Yet again, we were looking for a correction of this to trade up. Because the yen's weak at the minute as well, guys, I would leave this one alone, because there's a possibility that it could start going sideways, because there isn't much strength in the yen. CAD Swiss, this might, listen, I've been saying to everyone to leave this one alone, because it's in a consolidation and we've got to wait. You can see there where I've been talking, guys. You've got to wait for either break out the top, give you a setup and get into it, or break out the bottom, give you a setup and get into it. So let me clean that up quickly for you. We've still a couple of minutes left, guys. 3 or 4 minutes left. Clean it up. Okay. That's kind of thrown everything out. That's the bigger trend line. And so is that. So let's just look at this as it is on its own. I'm not saying it's a triangle, guys. It's just a consolidation. If you want to start trying to analyze that, you can. But we had something that looks like that. Now, clearly, you're going to have to wait for it to break out of that if you're going to get a decent trade, guys. Other than that, it's just going to go back and forward and back and forward. So if it were to break down there over the next, it could happen today, guys. But let's say over the next week or so, if it was to break down there and you got a setup, you could trade that down. Alternatively, if it went the other way, but given that the CAD's moving down, it's either going to continue to do that or it may break down, guys. I'm not looking for it to go long anymore. Okay, that's just a quick analysis of what's happened to the CAD. We'll go back to the US, so that's the one that shows up. I hope this helps, and please remember to share and like. Even if you don't agree with it, guys, liking just means that you're showing a little bit of appreciation for the work that people put in to their charts and things and their ideas. Okay, guys, bye for now.